Welcome to Monday, August 12th, 2024. This Day with a Podcast brought to you by ConverseCountyTourism.com. Beautiful landscapes, historic sites, and unique downtowns await visitors to Douglas and Glen Rock. Plan your visit at ConverseCountyTourism.com. As we roll into the new week, we're going to continue some of the same trends we had late last week and over the weekend, which means the North American monsoon moisture flow will be overhead to start the week. And we're going to see moderate temperatures. It won't be as cool as late last week in many areas with those far below average temperatures. But through Wednesday, and probably Thursday, temperatures will be not as cool, but not hot either. Temperatures pretty moderate, close to average, if not slightly below. Thunderstorms are going to be most active through Wednesday. We'll have a bit of a lull. They won't go away, but there won't be as many thunderstorms in the region Thursday through Saturday. Then another moisture plume is going to come in late Saturday and into Sunday. Now, we're going to see high pressure build in a little bit stronger, so we will get a little bit of summer heat coming back by late this week and over the weekend after a moderate start to temperatures. Subtropical moisture, though, comes back in again late in the weekend and probably into early next week. So the pattern of active thunderstorms will continue in the region. Now, does it mean everybody gets an equal amount of rain? There's always winners, there's always losers. So there'll be pockets of rain, some of it quite heavy in a few areas. Some areas, well, it's all up to luck and chance and a roll of the dice. Speaking of a roll of the dice, that's been the aurora borealis lately, but we did see some aurora really flare up last night. They were brief. They came in a little bit early. A lot of the activity coming in after the 9 o'clock hour in this time zone. But nonetheless, we did see a good light show as the sun is very active. And so here we have a shot from the Gray Bull area all the way down into the Chugwater area. And as you'll see in a minute, down into Cheyenne as well. As the K-index did get all the way up to a 6 to 7 range briefly, before falling back a little bit in the late and overnight hours. We also had some clouds come in some areas, but there we go into Nebraska. Then a great shot there from the Cheyenne area. And again, this happened well before midnight, before fading and before the clouds rolled on in. Where are we going to be as we head into tonight and tomorrow? Well, we're probably in the next couple of nights not looking at the aurora, as the storm that we're in right now is currently on the way. And you can see where the activity's going. It's going on to this side of the hemisphere now as we go through the early part of this Monday. However, the sun is very active. We have a very large sunspot area. So the opportunity for more auroras down the road in the weeks to come, months to come, is certainly still strong. Some of you may have observed some early morning rainbows this weekend as the shower and thunderstorm activity really was going on not only in the afternoon and evenings, but continued into the night and early morning hours. So some nice rainbow pictures there. Cloud buildup like this will be occurring again today. Yesterday, the air did get drier. Thunderstorm activity yesterday was not as widespread as that little pocket of dry air we showed you on Friday came through the region, but it's going to quickly be overrun by deeper moisture. So views like this in the afternoon and evening hours in some areas, like this shot out of the Black Hills of South Dakota Sunday morning, of some heavy downpours will certainly be a possibility. This is why. Same situation that we were in late last week with the subtropical moisture. The placement of the high pressure there over the Texas Panhandle is perfect to bring moisture up out of Mexico, out of the Gulf, and up into the Intermountain West. And this is how the first 3 days of the week will go. Late yesterday afternoon, I wanted to show you this. This little area of dry air did reduce the thunderstorm activity for a little bit. But you see this deeper plume right here? Well, that's what's coming in today. So this drier air is going to move out. This is going to come on in, and you can see that in the precipitable water by late this afternoon and evening. The dark green and blue areas, we'll show you this a little bit more in detail here in a moment, but you see this area right here, there's very deep moisture. So if you're underneath this area that I just highlighted, the showers and thunderstorms, if one forms in your area and moves through, is going to produce some very heavy rain. Now, the winds aloft are moving along fairly quickly, so they're going to be quick moving, but there's going to be some risk for some very heavy rain, not only today, but tomorrow, and even to some extent on Wednesday in this deeper moisture plume. As you can see, this is on Wednesday. Now, we do have this drier plume coming on up, so this is what's going to kind of pull back the thunderstorm activity Thursday through Saturday as this dry pocket rotates through. This is what happens. You get periods of moisture. Behind that, you're always going to get a pocket of drier air. Then you're going to get another plume of moisture again. So we'll be cycling through this pattern throughout the week ahead. So this is where the thunderstorms are going to be the most active today. We're going to see possibly some strong to severe thunderstorms here. Along the Wasatch Front of Utah, some strong thunderstorms as well. You can see the deep moisture coming up out of Mexico into southern Arizona. This is where the risk is going to be for strong thunderstorms. So western Wyoming, including Jackson, Star Valley, into Driggs, up into Yellowstone Park, then through Salt Lake. Then we've got this other area along the Front Range and adjacent plains. I think the biggest risk right here will be some hail and some very strong wind gusts and some heavy downpours. Wanted to show you this. Now, this is the precipitation forecast from the Canadian Regional Model through Thursday noon. I like to use the Canadian Regional Model for thunderstorms. It tends to do a little bit better at times. As I showed you where that deeper subtropical moisture is, right here and again right here, as this moisture comes on through, if you're underneath these thunderstorms, they could be real gully washers. So if you're in those areas, kind of watch out for that over the next 2 to 3 days. Same for up here into the Yellowstone Plateau area. Now, as you see further out east, a little bit east of the mountains, thunderstorms aren't going to be as common or as widespread. You're getting the extra lift from the mountains here to have the heavier pockets of rain that will form. So this is going to be an active pattern of thunderstorms through Wednesday. So this is the thunderstorm pattern tomorrow. The severe weather risk is quite widespread over Montana, Wyoming, parts of Utah, Colorado, and the western side of Nebraska and the Dakotas. On Wednesday, the axis of the deeper moisture is more out east. Now, there's plenty of thunderstorms along in both sides of the Continental Divide, but you can see this drier pocket of air right here that we showed you in the precipitable water. So thunderstorm activity will be shifted more east, and that's where the severe weather threat is going to be on Wednesday, more across to the Dakotas and into the Plain States. On Thursday, you can see there's still thunderstorms, but not as many. As we get into Friday, a little bit of moisture backs up along the Continental Divide and east, so Friday there'll be some activity along and east of the mountains. As we get into the weekend, high pressure reforms. Now notice it bulges up a little bit, and so this is going to bring back the heat. So temperature readings through midweek are going to be moderate, getting hotter again by Friday and the weekend, but that high is still in very good position to bring back the moisture in by Sunday. And there it is. By Sunday, a pretty good plume of moisture is right back into the mix again, so more thunderstorm action will come into the weekend and into early next week after that lull in the thunderstorms later in the week, but they're not going to completely go away. Here's the temperature pattern between now and Friday, so you can see. Now, this isn't terribly below average, but this is moderate. Moderate temperatures in most of the region. The real hot weather is going to be in the southern tier of the U.S., a bit above average in Canada. So we're going to enjoy temperatures again, really, for August that won't be bad at all. Have yourself a good Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.